Yeah, let's see if I can fucking just, not stink for like a game. But it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the AA Northeast League. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Portland Sea Dogs. Baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Portland Sea Dogs.
Connor Siebold will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Next will be the cleanup hitter here, Ross. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could
I was
push
batting
across
a
only one
300
score.
before it put me on Hall
Ready
of
to
Fame
deliver.
legend.
Here comes the first pitch. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They come in trying to
Hall of Fame legend
rebound
got
after a
me
loss
in
that snapped a
hell.
modest three-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction.
It's got me in
Coming
the
down
fucking
in
blender,
buckets, cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt. In particular, that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful.
It's just gonna
not just
have me
for
in
the
a blender,
position
and
players,
I'm
but
not
that
gonna have
mound gets
anything-
awfully
I'm
slippery
gonna have
and
no say
awfully
about
wet
it.
when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field. That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no error. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Johan Mieses. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Next up is Xavier Ross. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
No balls and 1 strike.
All right, throw me a 2-seamer, dude.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
That's his second strikeout of the game.
Striding in is Johan Mieses. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Hard on the ground towards short. And there's one down now. Digging in next, Xavier Ross. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Osinski moving to his left, and he's got it for the final out of the frame. So it's 2 runs on 1. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Chad De La Guerra, runner in scoring position with Sugan. On the ground up the middle, reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs, no base hits, no errors. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping up as the shortstop, Xavier Ross. And he fouls this one off.
Man.
2-1 count. Here's the pitch.
It's not good.
Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the third
I just
time.
wanted that. I was
Your
like,
take
that's
on all
gonna
the
be inside the
strikeouts we
zone.
see. So now into the box is
Oh.
Nick Decker. He could
Not in
really
this
use
game
a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. He's got it. 1 there.
Dang.
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over. 4-0 the score tonight. New Hampshire took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Anthony Castro notches his 3rd win of the year.
Wish they would lower. What's
Minor
my
League
difficulty
Baseball is
lower?
live and on the air on the show. Today, it's game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Portland Sea Dogs.
We're not even
It's
500.
baseball. It's the. So now to the plate, Xavier Ross. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They come in trying to put together
I'm
a
gonna have a
complete
sub
ball
200
game
after
as
this
they've
series.
lost their last 2.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take.
Next up, Chad
Me,
Higuera is
Eric.
coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night. Grounded back up the middle, scooped up. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they
3-1.
record the out. Now at the plate is Xavier Ross. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he swings right over the top of this one. 0-1. Well, you don't need us to tell you. It's
Okay,
really
so I
starting
need
to
to-
come down out there. I can't imagine the
would
umpires will
time
let
it
this
better.
go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second
Get me
time
off
today.
fucking legend.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Xavier Ross, and they could use a spark from him here. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
2-0 now. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
One of my pet peeves in the game. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. You're all over the heater. How are you late on that fastball?
The count now at 2-2.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first 2.
Skied into straightaway right. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Boy, oh boy. Seriously,
And now
get me off
Xavier
legend, dude.
Ross, 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
You
Yeah,
had
they don't
one
have a lot
at
of outs
bat
left
that I
to
didn't
work
even
with, so it's time for someone to
that I
make
didn't
something
even
happen if
get
they're
to
going to
finish.
get back into
You
this
took me
thing.
from
0-1
legend
the
plus
count.
back down to legendary or legend, but going
And now a
fucking
curveball as he's got to
0.
lean
I
out
haven't
of the
gotten hit
way.
in like
That one
5
nearly
games.
got him.
Going 0 for whatever the fuck.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. So
Neat.
nothing happening this time around. 5-1 the final total in today's game. The Sea Dogs jumped out to an early lead in the 1st and never looked back. Steven Gonsalves takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. The show's continue.
Can you see something? Player stats.
Continuing coverage of Double-A Northeast League Baseball.
Whatever, dude.
And now here is Michael Geddes. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The pitch.
The left fielder, Michael.
Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
You just
Matty,
dropped
this is
that?
the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good.
Let's see something. Settings, road to show options. No. Settings, gameplay. Batting. 16. Dynamic, daytime only, zone.
About yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series,
All right,
whether it's at
let's
home
strike
or
this
on the
fucker
road. So
out.
this is a big one for this ball club.
He'll try again, 1-2. And Ross throws a breaking ball to freeze him up and catch him looking. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little
he swung.
heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now, this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield, around the mound, and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
All right, is it 2 hits or 2 runs?
Into the box now, Chad De La Guerra, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That's just a good enough pitch to hit.
Reined in. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So here's the cleanup hitter, Johan Mieses. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
All right, let's go.
Swing and a laser off into foul territory. The 0-2 once more. Again, he sends it out of play.
Absolutely late.
The next 0-2.
He gonna get a hit here.
skied into straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And that'll bring up Francie Cordero. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. Knuckle curve down below the knees, 1-0.
All right, let's get him out here.
A ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off.
It's
Hard ground ball to third. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
got him. Cool. All that matters is that we're not in that
And
inning
stepping
anymore.
in, Austin Wright will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. White onto the grass. He makes the catch. What a play on the run. Now to the plate, here is Nick Decker. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. 1 ball, no strikes to
Hey,
count.
suck my fucking
Now the
dick,
1-0.
dude.
Swing and a line drive. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. In now, Anthony Flores. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for
Oh,
strike 1.
that's
And
a
he's a guy
strike?
looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Count even at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Popped him up. White
Got him out of
calls for it. 1 away. So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first, and that brings up the former first-rounder Christian Arroyo. Decker, base runner at first with 1 out. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Swing and a liner. And that finds some outfield grass.
That
It's a
guy's
base hit.
scoring.
And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. To second for 1.
You stupid fucking set. Oh my god.
Next, it'll be Brett Beatty. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 2-1 ball game. At the plate now, Chad De La Guerra. And oh my, that pitch is behind him up around the shoulders, and he won't like that much. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. See you
That's
later.
what I deserve.
Over the wall, a home run.
That wasn't the plan. You just have a meeting with your pitching coach to go over some strategy, and all of a sudden you throw one and it leaves the ballpark.
Stepping in now, Johan Mieses. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
I'm trying to hit him.
1-0 home.
Get me ejected.
And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch bang. Next to hit is Francie Cordero. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the 0-1. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. On the ground softly towards second. He's got it. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. Stepping up is Austin Wright. And, Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was
Yeah,
a really
I definitely
rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
1-1 the count now.
I wanted to hit that dude. Plonk him.
And it's fouled away.
I wanted to plonk him, bro.
Here comes the 1-2. To first. And that is through into right field for a single.
And that's one of those plays that stay with you for an entire game. You want to get the first out on what appears to be a routine play, but you can't get it done. The good news, he has some time to redeem himself.
At the plate, Nick Decker, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Down and away,
I
ball
can't
one.
believe it, dude. He's just, oh, yeah.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. You can relate, Dan, so what's going through the pitcher's mind right now?
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just, wow, a 9-out save. That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days.
23 to 1.
Back into your bullpen that can pitch that kind of work.
23 to 1.
23 to 1.
5 balls over the wall to come out.
23 to 1. Sure.
Well, it hasn't been all roses for him lately. He's been stumbling a little bit, and sometimes that light at the end of the tunnel can seem pretty darn dim. Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline is with me. Jim, there are so many players who struggle at times on their way to the majors. How do they move past it to success?
You just have to be mentally tough. It's easier said than done, because a lot of times when you haven't faced adversity, when you face it for the first time, you don't know how to deal with it. You know, it's tough. But I can just think back, you know, when I first got into this business covering prospects, Chipper Jones was the #1 overall pick in the draft, and Todd Van Poppel was more famous. You know, he's like the best high school pitcher people had ever heard of in some cases. And Chipper Jones went #1. He went to the Gulf Coast League, and he hit 200. And people couldn't believe the Braves had blown this pick on Chipper Jones. You know, how could you not take Todd Van Poppel? And Chipper was mentally tough, and he knew it was just rookie ball. It was just the start of his career, not the end of it. And he became a Hall of Famer. I can remember watching Derek Jeter in low Class A.
Oh, yeah.
I think he made 54 errors in the South Atlantic League. And it was like, geez, man, this guy's kind of sloppy at shortstop. And, you know, Derek Jeter wound up winning multiple Gold Gloves and becoming a Hall of Fame shortstop. So, I mean, it happens to everybody. I mean, I think you learn more from failure than from success. You know, in pro ball, look, it's not fun going through
23 to 1.
But at least now he's figuring out what adjustments do I need to make.
23